4Runner Trailhunter versus Tacoma Trailhunter. So there are some differences between these two vehicles, even though both of them are the Trailhunter grade. So starting over here on the Tacoma, Trailhunter is going to come with some rock rails. It's going to have a roof rack. You're also going to have this bed rack over here, but you can get a longer ARB bed rack if you really want. They come with some bronze wheels, do have a heritage style grille with an integrated light bar. We have some rigid fog lights down below, which go from white light to amber light. And we also, way down here, have a skid plate also on it. The Trailhunter is rocking some 33-inch tires. On the Tacoma, they are Goodyear Wrangler tires. Behind them we have some Trailhunter billet upper control arms, and the suspension down here is some Old Man Emu shocks. The whole thing about the Tacoma Trailhunter is to go far with some weight. So you're not gonna see the Fox QS3 shocks on this one at all. Over here on the 4Runner, very kind of same front grille. We have the light bar. You also have the same rigid fog lights. A little bit lower too, it's easier to see the skid plate on this one. See how far it kind of goes back. That actually goes back pretty far, dang. So that kind of goes over to the right a little bit, doing the transmission and everything too. Wish that there was a better skid plate over the gas tank there. On the 4Runner, we're gonna have some Toyo Open Country tires. So again, about a 33-inch tire, billet upper control arms, and also the same Old Man Emu suspension. 4Runner also does not seem to have bump stops down here.
So regardless if you pick 4Runner or the Tacoma Trailhunter, you're most likely going to take it off-road, which leads us to today's video sponsor, Onyx Off-Road. Guys, they are a massive supporter of the channel, hooking you guys up with 20% off. I will leave the link down in the description for you all. My biggest fear while off-roading, one, getting lost, but two, while I'm lost, not having service to figure out how the heck to get back. So when I was in Johnson Valley, I downloaded all the maps. We were able to share it all as a group. So all of us with no service had maps. You can also download maps from the comfort of your own home, which is pretty sweet too. Onyx's site, you are able to, one, not only choose the difficulty of trail you want to do, but also see if you are able to take your rig, whether it's a big full-size truck, a small Tacoma like mine, onto the trail, and have photos from users that actually went on the trail prior to you to make sure that it's all safe. So again, link to Onyx Off-Road in the description. Onyx, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Back to the video.
Going down the side of these trucks, like I said, you're gonna get the rock rails. The 4Runner also is going to be getting a rack by ARB. You guys can see kind of the slots and everything that it has. Thicker bulging fenders than other models of 4Runner, same with the Tacoma. And as we come onto the back, notice just a normal bumper back here, right? No ARB stuff for some reason on the 4Runner Trailhunter, whereas over here on the Tacoma version, we got an ARB steel bumper along too with some recovery hooks. So for some reason, 4Runner doesn't have that. Now, I am curious because it doesn't have as many features. Same with the TRD Pro. TRD Pro 4Runner doesn't have as many features as the Tacoma version. Maybe the 4Runner will be very close to the same price as the Trailhunter or a TRD Pro Tacoma, or maybe a little bit lower. Time will tell. Both of these vehicles as well, we have the snorkel, which makes very cool sounds. Now we're gonna go ahead and go on into the 4Runner. Please keep in mind that this is a pre-production vehicle. That being said though, a lot of these materials do feel pretty good. A little bit better on this than they do on the Tacoma. And the reason for that is because they are sourcing a lot of the materials for this very close to where it is built in Japan. So a lot of these materials, like in the seats, the carpet, the plastics, are all going to be sourced rather close, I believe, in Asia, versus the Trailhunter on the Tacoma, which gets a lot of its stuff from North America. So same type of interior. We have the gray here with the yellow piping in the seats. You also kind of have this bolder dash. It says Toyota right there on the dash side. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the 4Runner interior because it is exactly the same as the Tacoma, but when Marcus was talking about this at the campfire side chat, or at the fireside chat, he was saying that this 4Runner went back to its roots, kind of like the second gen, how it has the glass that wraps around the top. And if you guys remember the second gen 4Runner and the Toyota pickup at the time, they both had very similar interiors. So that was really the last time that the 4Runner and the Tacoma, or the Toyota pickup, had very close to the same interior. We also have some nice cup holders over here in the door too, which is pretty cool. All this soft touch material all through up the side, and also right here too on the top of the door sill. And we have the same center console. No actual cup holders. I thought that this was gonna have cup holders in it, I guess not. And no HVAC in the back for passengers, but we do have the 2,400 watt inverter there, and also the vents. No vents, unfortunately, up in the roof. And the 4Runner Trailhunter, I believe with this prototype, maybe also with the actual models that come out, do not seem to have a moonroof there. Now, coming to the back of this is gonna have an automatic hatch, which is cool. And 4Runner also retained the rear roll down window that comes down. The Tacoma over there, since we are spending about $66,000, that tailgate also is automatic, which I will show you guys. Again, pre-production materials on this, please keep that in mind. Going on into the inside, the standard hybrid system, you can see all the amount of room, typical 4Runner. We got the compressor right here, the JBL sub, some square bits right here for storage, some MOLLE holders right there if you want to do that. All of our battery stuff, I believe, is right here for the startup of it. And then we have, this is all nice and really thick. This is a lot better than my Land Cruiser. Pull this up too, we've got some storage bits right here. And also if we want to pull this up right here, we have some storage bits right there too. All of our batteries hang out right here, so this cannot be a 3-row. It is just a 2-row, 5-seater SUV. All right, going on into the Trailhunter now, we could see the price of this one, $66,913. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. But again, soft touch materials here on the door, here, same as the 4Runner, but these feel a little bit more vinyl-y, I guess, not as soft. Maybe it's just me, but I think that they are not that soft. But then when you come over onto the Tacoma side, remember the 4Runner, we had a bunch of soft touch materials here and then up here. So we just have a bunch of plastic right over here on the Tacoma. That's kind of a theme throughout it. Again, built in Japan, different materials. Also the 4Runner's always been a little bit more premium, so just keep that in mind. Tacoma, bunch more plastic. Also, no real space back here too, and our cup holders are on top of this, but since that 4Runner has the HVAC in it, we do not get cup holders in that, but we do have some USB-Cs and also an inverter down there. No storage under here on the Tacoma. We can't even lift these seats up because our battery packs hang out under there. And behind here we have a subwoofer, and over on the other side is really the only storage in the inside of the Tacoma, aside from like the seat pockets right there. So definitely not that much room on the inside of this. If you've got a family, highly recommend looking at a 4Runner, right? I've gotten that question quite a bit as to, should I do a 4Runner or Tacoma? It's like, well, do you need a truck? Do you need room for family? Those are the big deciding factors, honestly, in my opinion. Inside though, aside from that, the exact same lettering here, same glove box, same yellow piping, same seats, all that. Again though, just the material feels a little bit different, and these seats feel a little bit stiffer and a little bit firmer than the 4Runner. But biggest thing, going on into the back, this is a 6-foot bed. You could get the Tacoma Trailhunter in a 5-foot bed too, which is pretty nice. We got the scene lighting, which will be an extra option, and now the automatic tailgate. So pretty cool feature. You could do it right there, you could do it on the key fob, or you could also press the lights on either side to both lower it and also raise it. But the compressor for the Trailhunter is right over here, whereas it was on the inside of the 4Runner. Also has some USB-Cs, 12 volt right there, and then our 2,400 watt inverter down there, and also our cubby. The 4Runner also had a 2,400 watt inverter in the back. Go ahead and put my knees right here. Boom, raise back up the tailgate. So that was just very brief on a quick little comparison side by side. I will eventually be able to do longer comparisons of these, but they are packing up because the expo is ending. But which one would you guys pick? The Trailhunter, or would you pick the other Trailhunter, the 4Runner version? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you all in the next one. All right, see you later.